What's up? So, as you guys know, I've started what I'm calling DBAP Chat. It's not designed to be necessarily a podcast. I have no idea where I'm going to go with it. I just really enjoy talking to people that I think are uncommon. Amongst an already an uncommon group. My base is on Twitter. DBAP stands for, the people that don't know, don't be a pussy. And I like people that aren't pussies. Now, a lot of people, your hardest thing is your hardest thing. For a lot of people, that may be overcoming someone hurting your feelings. That may be overcoming, 2 years in lockdown from COVID. I view life a little differently. I grew up, with a very abusive, addicted father. So stuff that I face now is a fucking joke compared to what that dickhead did to my family and the carnage he caused. I spent nearly 2 years in a combat zone, 2005, 2006. I was in Iraq as a contractor of the United States Army. And then, just I've gone through a lot of different things in my life. However, I don't use those things to perpetuate victimhood. I use those things as fuel for me, right? For a lot of you that don't know, during my first Ironman, and a lot of people know that I lost a lot of weight. I lost over 75 pounds to complete my first Ironman. I went from couch potato to Ironman in 11 months, and I'm extremely proud of that. But it's what I went through to get there, right? Obviously there's a lot of physical pain when you go through something like that. 10 days into my preparation for that, my now ex-wife Lisa, she was messing with Christmas lights and fell off a ladder, shattered her leg while I was at work. She crawled about 70 feet across the yard with a bone exposed, dragging it through dirt just to get to the phone to call 911. Because at that point, we also had a 5-month-old. My 14-year-old son at that point was in the house, kind of keeping an eye on her while she took a nap, while Lisa was, messing with Christmas lights. That was absolute hell to go through for the next. She's still suffering from it now. But several surgeries. She spent about the next month in the hospital. And during that time, I was mom, dad, nurse, chauffeur. I had my son, went to school about 30 minutes away. Had to get him to school. That means get the baby up, get her taken care of, get her fed, put her in the seat, take her, get back, make sure Lisa was okay. Help her, get around whatever she needs to do. I prepared the food. I did all that. And oh yeah, I also trained for an Ironman. Now, I'm not saying that to impress people. I'm not saying it to act like I was some sort of victim. I'm just saying we all go through different things, right? I had made a commitment that no matter what, I was going to do that, and I did. Now, did that have its cost? Did that put an emotional toll on a marriage? Absolutely, it did. But that's life, right? And I had every fucking reason to say, you know what, now's not the time to be an Ironman. I need to buckle down, folks. But I still, I committed to a goal and I got to it no matter what. Right now, everyone knows that follows me on Twitter knows that I am racing Waco on October 15th and 16th. I am doing the full Ironman and half Ironman on consecutive days. I'm doing it as the Gold Star Initiative representative, which means, amongst other things, I'll be running with the American flag on both of the run portions, 26.2 miles on Saturday, 13.1 miles on Sunday, where I'll be presenting that to a Gold Star family, someone that has lost a loved one that was in service of this country, okay? Now, to me, that's a calling to do that, to be able to do that. And I am suffering right now. Today is June 22nd. I think I'm about 115 days out. And for the last several months, I've been in intense physical pain, right? I don't bitch about it. I don't cry about it. I don't sit around making excuses, telling you guys how I overcame a fucking ingrown toenail or whatever, and that's why I should be a fucking hero. That's pussy shit, okay? Here's what I know, right? I have a hairline fracture in my second metatarsal on my right foot. I have 3 hernias, 2 in my abdominal wall and 1 in my groin. So when I sit on the bike or I run, trust me, it is fucking terrible pain. When I swim, it hurts. Nothing, when I cough, when I laugh, the shit hurts. Here's the deal. I know this. I can suffer for 120 days, whatever. I can suffer for 2 days during an Ironman, half Ironman, to hand a Gold Star family the flag, to let them know that your family was not forgotten. It is not in vain. We love you. We will not forget. We will always support you, right? That's bigger than I am. There's nothing. I will fucking die on that race course before I will finish those races and hand that flag to those people, right? So yes, I lived in fucking combat zones. Yes, all that shit, right? But here's the fucking deal. It didn't kill me. I'm still here. And I get your hardest thing's your hardest thing, right? But listen, don't be a pussy. Dealing with hardship, not getting a full night's fucking sleep, and then bragging about how you must persevere through your day, there's no fucking virtue in that. It's called being a fucking adult, right? Someone hurt your feelings. Someone said something bad about you or your wife, or so what? Fuck them. They're losers, right? Who gives a fuck what people think? So that's my mindset, right? I don't care if that offends people. I don't care if my message is too harsh. You know what? It's not for everybody. It is absolutely not for everybody. But it's also not too harsh for everyone. So I hurt feelings. I don't need fucking friends. I don't care. I make friends with fucking pain, right? So that's where I'm at. If you're still here with me right now, you keep a check on DBAP Chat. I'm not just chatting with every fucking platitude motherfucker in the world that's got a Twitter following. That means nothing to me, right? These people that have never achieved anything, never put themselves on the fucking line, I have nothing to gain from that. But there are some hard people, men and women, that have been through more than you can imagine. That the hardest thing they faced wasn't that they fucking caught COVID and were sick for a week or two, right? They didn't persevere through a fucking shin splint, right? Yeah, okay. If that's making you harder, then okay, whatever. If you think that's giving you those things, have given you a bulletproof mind, motherfucker, you got another thing coming, because life is going to kick you in the fucking mouth at some point. I hope, for your sake, that you can dig through. You can find something else that'll give you passion and joy and energy to get through whatever it is that you're dealing with. But listen, don't compare every little heartache to real shit, to real things that real people have been through. So I'm excited about what's coming up. I am chatting with the absolute best of the best humans that are out there. And I'm going to keep delivering that. Again, I don't know where this goes. I don't have any desire to be a giant podcast host. I don't care, honestly, if anyone ever watches them, okay? These are for me, right? When I have these conversations, it's 100% selfish. I pick something up. I grow from everyone. I don't care if they're 20 years older than me. I don't care if they're 20 years younger than me. There are some great fucking people out here that have amazing stories to share. And all you got to do is listen. Don't look at how many fucking platitude likes they get when they post, that they get fucking 15,000 steps every day for a year or whatever. Don't pay attention to that shit, right? You can. If that inspires you, by all means, use whatever it is for inspiration. But inspiration is like motivation. That wanes. What's going to make you strong is having the discipline to day in and day out find things to do that are uncomfortable, that suck, and that harden your mind. Okay, so if you're still with me, and I mean that, like on Twitter, if you still hang out with me, if you're still in this video, I love you. I appreciate you, and I think you got a lot. I think you're going to gain a whole lot by the conversations. I think my message is valuable, because I think what's the saying right off. I'm not reading anything. Okay, half these platitude motherfuckers are reading script, right? I think it says, strong men create good times create weak men create hard times, right? Well, we're in the bottom of that, right? We are in the hard times, right? Weak men have created hard times, okay? And I think right now, more than ever, strength, perseverance through real obstacles, I think those things should be admired. I think masculinity should be admired. I fucking cancel me, bitch. I don't care. I don't think getting your feelings hurt and being offended, I don't think those things I don't think those things should be rewarded. I don't think they should be acknowledged, and I don't think they should be praised. So that's where I come from. When I say don't be a pussy, it's those things. Don't get offended. Don't fucking look for the easy way. Man, listen, if it's an easy way, you're not going to gain anything from it. You gain strength by picking up the fucking shovel and going to work every single day. Now, that doesn't mean go out and run in 100-degree temperature. I do it. I worked up to that, okay? But it does mean you are capable of more than you know, okay? Don't celebrate these guys because that's what drives me crazy, is so many people are celebrated because they took the pussy way out, right? Fuck that. You know what? I can't celebrate it. I can't respect those people. I won't follow them. I will not interact with them. It's just me. So God bless everyone that's hanging out, that's on this journey, that's looking to honestly improve yourself. And hey, if reach out, my DMs are wide open. I love meeting you. I love chatting with you, and I look forward to meeting some of the most hardcore motherfuckers there are. So take care, everybody.